Don't rev your engines at me, young man.
Welcome back to another episode of Deep Fried Dice. We are back here with Among Us. We're here with part 2 of this current story, where they have just dived deep into the depths of the dark, pitch black ocean.
Yep.
Dark and pitch black. Remember that.
Yep.
That's how dark it is.
It's pitch black, yep.
And also dark.
Come on, Devin. They headed here on behest of the scientist Stefan Christensen, who told them that something came up on his readings that could be Sprawl. It could not be, but it could be. It was simply something that shouldn't have come up, despite their hyper-advanced radio technology. The bloop on the monitoring device should not have come up from that far away. It read from Oslo all the way to like 600 miles east of the coast of Brittany. So a lot further than anything really should have been picking up at all, let alone something that big, something that registered about as much as a whale under you at sea would.
This is terrifying.
And they dove deep down, and the headlights of the submarine cuts through the blackness, and they have just seen a ruined battleship of German make on the ocean floor. You can see like a cliffside where, like, right next to it that goes deeper.
Oh god. I can't believe we have to go out there.
Yeah.
You say through your suits.
Yeah.
And you say not being able to hear each other exactly from voice, but hearing each other through a radio.
Oh my god, we got yes! We did it! Finally! Walkie-talkies!
I just want to shake the doctor's hand. Just, God, fucking crush it underneath the immense amount of pressure I'm giving it.
You've done what our supervisor could not.
You've done what so many could never have done before.
Finally.
But Stefan, he nods to you, and he begins to start saying something, but you just see his lips moving, and he lifts up a finger and then grabs something, puts on like a headset, and begins to talk through it. Are you ready to proceed?
Oh, as
yeah,
will ever
what the
be.
hell? Yeah, let's go.
And as you say that, he begins to work at the hatch that's at the bottom of the boat. Kind of a panel moves back, and he pops open the hatch, and you see like a little compartment under there for you guys to drop down into.
Look. Wes, you first.
Yep. I hop right in.
You hop in, he shuts you in there. It's a little bigger than you are, so it's very claustrophobic.
Glad I don't have extreme claustrophobia.
Oh.
Good, yeah. But you hear the hiss of the airlock as the bottom of it opens, and it begins to like fill with water slowly.
This doesn't make me nervous in the slightest.
Is there like a window that Walt's like watching through, or
No.
Oh no.
It's under you.
Walt doesn't know.
I could be dead for all you know. They've vaporized me.
Don't.
What a twist. As you sit and the water comes in, and it pops open, and you kind of just like almost just fall out into the water.
That's pretty
And at
funny.
that point you see a little flicker as the headlamp on your suit comes on,
Dope.
piercing through the black, as you then hang on to the side of the ship. It's not moving or anything, but you just kind of like stabilization.
Yep.
And wait for Walt.
Yep.
Walt, you go through pretty much the exact same thing. And
Walt's like almost screaming the entire time, and as more and more water fills up into
you hear it
thing.
through the marvelous radio technology.
I regret this now, actually.
I don't like this.
Walt.
I don't like this. Wes, no, let me out, please.
It's
Let me out. Let
fine.
me out. Let me
It's
out. Let me
fine.
out. I'm not a fan.
God.
Let me out. Oh,
Is
I'm
there
not a
a
fan of
mute
this
button?
water. Help!
Is there a
Help!
mute button?
Help! Help! Help!
There's no Stefan, there's no mute button.
No, doctor,
Not on
let
your
me out.
end.
Oh,
He starts like
God.
banging on the hatch. Doctor, no.
Walt, you're an agent. Please relax. Have some dignity.
No, I'm terrified.
As you say that, the thing opens up and you just pop out into the water.
We're just underwater. Deep underwater. It's
Don't
fine.
remind me. Don't remind me.
We're just going for a light swim. Relax.
Light swim. Yeah, light swim. Light swim.
I'm gonna look towards the ship. How far away is it to swim? I assume we're going over there.
The battleship is fairly close.
Okay. I will take the lead and start heading towards it.
Yep, Walt's kind of close behind, yeah.
So you guys begin to move toward the ship that you saw in the distance. Looking around, pointing your lights around. You have another light built into your arms. You can like kind of point it around.
Sweet.
Nice.
You guys have quite a few lights.
That's good.
Are we like a vanity mirror kind of light situation?
Not quite.
Okay.
As you guys swim out with your lights kind of piercing through the pitch blackness of these depths, you begin to approach the battleship in the distance. About halfway to the battleship, you hear on your radio, "Did you guys feel that?"
No!
No.
What should we have felt, Doctor?
That's ominous.
I'm sorry, don't worry about it.
No,
you can't
Puts the
just say
radio
that
off.
to us,
Oh
Doctor.
my god. Is he so he turned us off?
Well, you just heard the click as he stopped talking to you guys.
Oh, okay. But he can still hear us? Okay.
Yeah, you just turned off all of your radios. You can't even talk to each other anymore.
Well, that makes me feel great about this.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what, Wes? I love being so far down and, ominous feelings from the submarine, and oh god, I'm talking myself into a panic attack again.
It's okay, man. It's okay. We're
Okay,
just going for a
okay.
swim. I like to swim.
Yeah,
We're gonna check out this cool boat. Let's
Cool
go check
boat.
it out. Not worry about anything else.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
As a fish with a bulb of light on its head
I love that kind
just
of fish.
swims right past you, real quick, right past your
What the fuck?
your face,
Walt or Wes's?
Walt.
Aww.
Walt did scream.
But it swims right past you, and you see the light floating off in the distance. And at this point, you float directly beside this battleship.
Big holes? Small holes?
Yeah, I
There are
want to
some
look
fairly
for
big holes. It looks to have been taken down in a battle. So there are holes about it, and it looks like it's like part of it is broken off, as I described before. One half of it sits over on one side, one half of it on the other, with like a shallow trench between.
Okay.
So on the ground that the ship lays on, it's just that shallow trench in between. That's like the only gap in the floor.
Yeah, and then one half of it kind of sits on the edge of a very much larger trench that just kind of goes down deeper.
Okay.
Do you want to split up?
Really? Wes? Really? You're going to be hearing me scream every 5 seconds. Do you want me to be far away
Well,
when I
I-
scream
I-
or close when I scream?
I don't think it really matters.
You guys feel a very, very slight like tug on the hose that you're
Oh,
attached
okay.
I don't
to.
like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. I
As
don't like
you
that. I
look
don't like
back,
that.
you see that the submarine is just floating closer to you guys.
Oh, God.
Oh, okay, that's our air supply. Dr. Christensen, can we please get a heads up when you do that? Doctor? Dr. Christensen?
I'm sure they're busy. Or, I don't know, maybe they can't hear us.
I don't like that. If this is a communications, surely the communication should go both ways, or 3 ways, considering you're also listening to me, and you can hear me.
Hey, I don't know how this technology works.
No, we should not split
Alright.
up.
So how many entrances are there to the ship? Please reiterate that.
Entrances to the ship?
Yeah, ways we could get into it.
Let's get into its
Probably
guts.
hundreds.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
How about close to us? Are there any likely holes?
Big holes.
Yeah, there's one fairly close to where you guys are that you guys could get into.
Alright, fuck it. Let's go.
Wes,
Yes.
sharks, they don't live down here, right?
I am not a marine biologist.
Okay, I just
Walt.
wanted some words of reassurance, and this is what you give me,
Prob-
so...
Probably, but I imagine they're not over here.
Wes, you are a horrible reassurer.
I don't know. I feel like if I was an animal, I would be scared off by the big creepy ship that gives out weird readings.
They live here.
Wes, as you're talking to Walt, I'll say that like Walt turned to you a little bit, and you're kind of like more facing the ship. And as you're talking about, sharks probably not living down here, you see like in the distance just like a shadow move through the ship.
I don't bring any attention to it.
And yeah, they live here. You know.
I try to act calm.
You know, like Wes, you know, they make like homes and stuff, you know, they make coral reefs and stuff. My sister's into this kind of stuff, you know, so I know a little
I
bit.
see.
So, like, you know, like they do live in wrecks. What if the shark lives in a wreck? You know, what if like giant octopuses or squids or just big fish that think we're just pellet food? You know, that kind of stuff. Wes?
Well, try not to look particularly appetizing.
Wes, you know that's
I do-
very difficult for me.
I mean, let's just
I'm
be
glad-
careful to avoid sharks if we see them.
Okay.
They didn't give us any shark repellent, unfortunately.
I don't think it's been invented yet. We should... Dr. Christensen, if you're listening, can you invent shark repellent next? After you've given Point this radio technology? Okay, and I got no response. Alright, so Dr. Christensen's out of here. I'll write some notes once we're out of here, alright, Wes? Alright, Wes?
All right. That sounds
Okay.
like a really good plan. Just
Alright,
think
let's-
about that.
Okay,
About
can we
future
count
plans.
to 3 before we enter the ship?
We sure can.
Thank you.
All right.
You're counting. I can't do it.
Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3, and I go in.
You counted faster than I anticipated.
You should have done it slower, please.
It's too bad. I'm already going.
No,
Yeah, as Wes swims away from you.
Wes, no! And then he kind of like tries to swim a little faster to keep up.
You get to the wall of the battleship, to one of the holes. You guys can very easily fit through this. And looking around, you see the wreckage of the ship, broken down and everything. You're not sure what part of the ship you're in,
Oh, we
but
wish
you
we had a
kind
map.
of you kind of enter into what appears to be like a hallway. It's kind of like broken down, so you can like go up to a hallway up above or down into like this kind of just shell.
Well, I'd say we should try and look for any signs of what happened to the ship, but I feel like it being underwater is gonna obscure those signs
Also,
for however long
Wes,
it's been down here.
I'm pretty sure, yeah, I mean, it's a battleship. We recently had a war.
Well, okay, yes, I understand that. Thank you. But I mean, why is it giving off such a big signal, is what I mean.
Maybe it's in
What
the wrong
caused it to
spot at
do
the
that?
wrong time, or there's something on board. Maybe
Yeah.
instead of looking for evidence of tampering on the shit's career, we should be looking in cargo holds or something for something sprawl related or otherwise.
Okay,
or
yeah.
it
Do
could
you know
be
where the
the
cargo
massive...
hold is?
God no. Do I look like a man who likes to be on water and therefore on ships?
Well, no, but it wasn't. It was more of a rhetorical question.
Okay. I'm not
That's why I
up for
suggested we
rhetorical
split up.
questions right now, Wes.
Okay.
It's
My
kind of a
apologies.
stressful situation for me right now.
My apologies, you're right.
Thank you.
Alright, well, I assume the cargo hold would be down, so let's look for stairs? Or path down?
I think
Yeah.
we're already on the lowest level. If
Are we?
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't realize that. Well, then let's search the lowest level and work
Yeah.
our way up.
Checking through doors and stuff and big holes, I guess.
We should probably keep within range of each other.
Oh God, yeah. Wes, I'm not gonna be more than like 5 meters away from you.
That's
Don't fret.
I expected that. Alright, start switching rooms.
Okay. You guys head down the hall, just floating along, shining your flashlight wherever you can. At a certain point, you do find a map. You're not sure how useful it would be. One, it's kind of covered in sea gunk,
Mm-hmm.
and so you just kind of see the briefest outline of it. And two, the ship is broken.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. Is there anything to be gained from looking at the map, or is it too
As
difficult?
you look at it, the one thing that you can kind of make out is up at the top. It tells you that it just says Bismarck, and you
Mhm.
see small kind of in the corner, kind of the outline of a flag, and it's of like Nazi Germany.
Oh,
I see.
okay.
You guys float along, not splitting up, right?
God no.
No.
And what exactly are you looking for?
Anything sprawl, I guess.
Yeah,
Or like
suspicious.
things that are still lit up.
I'm looking for, I don't know, anywhere cargo would be stored.
Okay. You guys move along down the hallway. At a certain point, Walt, something catches your eye, and you see way down the hall, you see just a little bead of light.
Ooh, Wes, I think I found something. And then I start to like swim towards it.
Yeah, and as Walt swims towards it, Wes, you do see that there's a staircase right there. So you keep that in mind.
Yeah. I'll follow behind. I'm not going to abandon him down here.
Oh god, thank you.
Eventually, you guys reach the front of the ship, and you see in what appears to be a control room. And this is after going through a few different halls, up through like wreckage holes and all of that. You've been down here for a bit at this point. Well, you reach it first, and you see in this control room there appears to be all of the consoles appear to be completely broken down. All of the screens, the radar appears to be all broken down, and there's like cracks in the window up front. Not that it matters, because well,
Yeah.
Everything's water now.
Yeah.
but looking around to where the light was, you see it kind of blinking at you. You definitely don't recognize it. It's definitely alien, but what it is, you're not sure.
Oh.
Is it like
Alright,
on a
then.
console, or is it like some of the console lights that are just alien?
It's
Or-
kind of like built along, kind of under the console, almost as if it was put there after the fact,
Ah, I see.
Ah.
Okay.
or hidden there or
Hidden.
something.
Okay, so like a panel's been opened and like it's in there. Okay, in the gut it
Yeah.
works. All right. Dr. Christensen? Doctor? I'm trying again, I guess.
We found something.
We found something. Alien. There's like lights. No, okay, no response. All right. Wes.
What have you found something?
Oh, now
Oh,
you
now
talk
you're
Hear it
to
crackle,
us.
like there's a bad connection between you two.
Oh, now you talk to us, huh? Anyway,
Just
we
let it go
found
now.
something definitely alien. Wouldn't be able to tell you which. It's in the console panel of the battleship. Should we remove it or keep it as it is? Dr. Christensen?
And you hear like the little crackle on the other end.
Nice. Great. I guess our signal's not so great here. Huh. Well, at least we know he's probably not ignoring us, and it's probably just the signal.
But that does not... oh god. That makes me feel worse. That the signal has not been good this entire time, and only now is it working. What if we had been in trouble? Oh my god. Oh dear lord. Oh boy.
Walt, come on. We've been
Okay.
in trouble before. We'll be fine.
Okay. I mean, but we've never been in this kind of trouble where there's an immense amount of pressure and we're also like 4,800...
We've been in space. Walt, we've been in space.
Space is different!
Is it?
Yes and no.
I'm gonna try to get a close look at this light. Like, I'm just gonna get up real close.
Why don't you make an operate roll?
Oh, good. I'm really good at those. That's a D4. Fun. What am
What
I?
value are you using?
Truth?
Yeah.
Don't have anything that could apply to this.
Is
What's
new tech detective, that's software, not hardware?
Usually, yeah.
Okay.
That's a 10.
Nice.
All right. All right, and that's versus 7, and I rolled a 1.
Ooh.
Nice.
So if you'd like to spend a plot point,
I don't know how we could make an asset out of this situation. Like, definitely a complication of, like, bad signal, but...
Can we make an asset out of whatever this thing is? I don't know anything about it, so...
yeah, if you want to name it. Remember that plot points are your guys' chance to shape a little bit
Yeah.
of the world and the story. So
Yeah.
it's up to you guys. If you want to name it as an asset, then yeah, you can. Or if you want to, remove temporarily the complication of bad signal.
Oh.
I never gave it a die type, but I guess it would be just a D6.
No, I like the complication so far. I think it's good.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely does make for an interesting story. Not
Yeah.
being able
Or
to
you can
knock
ignore
out.
the one. You don't have to take it.
Yeah,
true.
I think...
Yeah, I think
I'll
right
ignore
now.
it.
As you look at the device, Wes, you can't exactly pinpoint what kind of alien technology this is, but as you look at it, you see that it has been very purposefully built into this console. And looking through like the wiring and the machinery, you realize that it was built into it. Maybe not like in the manufacturing of the entire battleship, but it was built into it soon enough into it that it was purposeful, most likely by whoever was operating the ship.
I see.
In this case, the German or the
Yeah.
Nazis.
Is it something I could remove, even if it meant cutting wires?
You could, but you're not
Or-
sure what it would do.
That's fair.
But you can definitely see a way to slice through it and
Okay.
take it with you.
Okay, that's good to know. Do I see like an on switch?
An No.
Or just a switch, rather. Just a switch. A button.
You see many buttons on the console above, but looking through and checking the wiring, you're not sure exactly what connects to that.
Okay. Well, I will relay that to Walt, and then I will ask him, what do you think we should do about this? Because I'm not entirely sure. We could try and just take it.
Oh, yeah, we could just try and take it, but why is alien technology on a ship?
I mean, yeah.
Like, how long have we been in contact with the Concordant? That'd be like, what, 9-10 months? Maybe a little under a year? This
my God,
this
that's
went down.
right. I didn't think about the time difference.
This thing went down far longer than that.
Yeah. Oh shit. I forgot about the time difference.
This is why I
yeah, and as you were floating along, I'll say that kind of in the same general area that you saw the map, you see like a little plaque that says, 14th of February, 1939.
Shit. We can't tell if it's Sprawl or Gray. It's just alien technology.
Yeah. Well, I think we know, Wes, that there's more than just the Sprawl and the Concordant.
Well, yeah.
Maybe Germany got in contact with a third party.
Or maybe this, I don't know, maybe something crashed here? Maybe they found it?
Maybe they found it and they thought they could use it in their own, pieces of work. But
Clearly
as you guys are talking about this, the ship,
I don't
the
like
ship
that.
surrounding you, like your feet are on it. It's not that you're standing on it, but
Yeah.
you feel the ship rumble.
oh, that's
quite a
not
bit.
good.
I don't like that.
Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that an awful lot.
Yeah, okay. That's not fun. That's not fun.
That's not fun. Okay, I think we can
And again, you can't really hear anything outside of your suits.
Yeah.
like space. Okay, so Wes, do you think it's safe to assume that the device that is still currently turned on may or may not be involved in the rumbling?
I think that is an assumption one could make. I don't know how safe it is.
You reckon it's safe to remove?
Oh, no, not at all.
No, not at all.
But
okay.
I am gonna say that maybe we should try to remove it and take it back. I mean, I'm not that great with this tech, and I don't know about you. But I'm assuming you're not.
Oh God, no. Honestly, the doctor's probably best bet right now,
Yeah.
and he's
I
obviously
mean, I'm
not
worried
here.
about damaging it, but
I mean, it's
As you guys
alien.
are talking,
yeah.
you see out through the cracked window, there's the pitch blackness of the large trench that kind of just goes deeper and deeper, right? And you can see kind of just the light kind of piercing through from the submarine, and you guys have been there long enough that your headlamps have been going through and traveling. So you see just the dim light, and you're not sure how you didn't notice it before, but something kind of moves, and you see one by one little, what looks to be almost like stars, at least, if this were space, but what looks to be the lights from one of those fishes that swam past your head, Walt.
But there's many.
And more than that, they're being uncovered. Something was blocking them.
Wes. I think there's something far bigger outside this ship. Cut it.
No.
Just get it out. And
yeah,
then we can go to the
I'm
submarine, and then we can leave.
I'm trying to get the thing out. The tech. I'm trying to just fucking take it.
Okay, as you hear you feel the rumble of the ship again. Looking out, Walt, as Wes is working on it.
Yeah, I'm the lookout now, which is bad idea.
Walt, looking out, you see the very dark shape of whatever it was. You can't even see the edges of it.
Oh,
It's
Wes,
so
hurry
large.
up! Hurry up! Fuck.
I'm going as fast
But
as I can.
it just moves and it just swims, or you'd imagine
hope.
it's swimming.
Yeah, you
It's
hope
underwater.
it's swimming. Oh God!
And it just swims, suddenly uncovering these hundreds of lighted up fish.
Oh God, that's so many fish. Oh, and the thing's massive. Wes, what if it's a
And
giant
they're not
squid?
doing anything. It's not like these fish are ominous. It's
Yeah,
more that they
they're
were
just-
covered up and
Yeah.
you didn't even know.
Yeah. You reckon it's a giant squid?
Wes,
I don't know.
giant squid are
I'm
not
busy.
that big.
Yes.
Real giant squid are not that big.
Probably not.
Are you a squidologist?
No, but this thing is bigger than
Yeah.
even like a blue whale.
Yeah, I get you.
Terrifying.
I don't like that.
I don't like it.
Wes, go ahead and make another operate roll.
Fun. Okay. What am I? Hope, maybe?
Okay.
Yeah.
I regret saying that because that's 2d4s. Can I throw hard luck in there to get another d4?
You want to use it bad?
Yeah. Fuck it. We're in a bad situation.
Remember, you gain a plot point.
I love that you've never... Yeah, you do gain a plot point. I love
Yeah.
that you've never used hard luck in a good way as a d8.
Okay, that's a 4.
And I rolled
3,
a 1
2.
as well.
Oh, you did? Okay. So that's
one of the die.
a 7. And I think I'm going to spend the plot point I got to add the 2 I got on the other dice to make it so 9 total.
All right, you begin to just kind of slice through wires, not sure which one does what. You take you pause kind of a bit at one and, decide not to cut that one and move around to the side and cut it. But you're doing it very fast.
Yeah.
But you manage to dislodge this device.
Is it particularly large?
You take it out and it's about...
iPad size?
Yeah, about.
Cool.
Okay.
As you take it out. And Walt, looking out as he was doing that, you kind of see the waters around you moving, and it looks like all of the fish are kind of like simultaneously all swimming upwards before you realize that actually the ship is just dipping.
Wes,
we should get out of here.
We should get out of here. Have you got it?
I have it.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, we're going. We have
to go out the way we came because of the hoses. Fuck.
Yeah, let's just follow the hose.
Follow the hose. We're following the hose back.
You guys follow the hose. And how about you guys both of you make me, let's see, both of you make me steal rolls.
Steal.
Oh,
Fuck. D4 for my life. I'll use one of my new dice.
In addition of what? What's the other die?
Remember, you tell me in the system.
Oh, that's right. I forget.
Hope.
Yeah.
Hoping to get out of there.
Yeah, hope.
Okay.
Oh, an 8.
I got a 7.
Nice.
Okay.
If I don't make it.
You guys...
Okay.
You guys swim forward, following along the hose. You take all of the turns that you took before, although this time the ship kind of moving. And as you move along, each minute the ship, it begins to move quicker, sinking a little quicker down into the trench below.
Jeez.
As you guys pull yourselves along by the hose, taking every dip out of the broken ship and down the halls, you guys both manage to get out.
Oh, okay.
Getting out the way that you came.
Oh,
But
okay.
who rolled the 7?
I did. Walt did.
Okay. Wes, you get out fairly quickly, just your determination, your resolve kind of pulling you along.
Mm-hmm.
You get out all of your hose with you.
Oh, no.
Walt, you get out just slightly behind Wes, and you stop for a moment, your breath kind of catching because you've been hyperventilating, I'll say.
Yeah, of course, yes.
You kind of begin to calm down until you realize you feel a snag behind you.
Wes!
And you feel yourself jerked backwards
Oh,
as
no,
part of
Wes!
your hose is caught on the broken, jagged wall of the ship.
Wes!
Oh, fuck.
Wes, help!
And you see Walt pull back as the half of the ship begins to sink further into the trench. He's getting further away from you.
I'm gonna try to swim over and uncatch the hose.
Okay. You swim over, and it's difficult to get close to him, and at this point you realize you don't have a lot of time, but very quickly you look and you see that the hose is caught, and right now is being, like, the tension between the submarine and Wes. It's kind of like there's a big piece of jagged metal between that the hose kind of got wrapped around, with Wes kind of providing pressure on one side.
You mean Walt?
Walt, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
With Walt providing the pressure on one side of it, stuck on there.
How far
As
away
he
is
pulls
the ship?
further.
Yeah,
You see that
how
the
fast is
submarine
this
even,
sinking?
as it sinks further, you look behind you and realize that the submarine is beginning to get pulled as you reach the end of the line.
How far away is the submarine?
It's decently far.
Okay.
Swimming there would probably take a good 5-6 minutes of swimming.
Okay.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck.
Walt looks back to see the snag, and then
You can't even see it.
I can't
It's
even see
on
it.
your back.
Oh no! Wes, you've got to save me!
I don't know how. I don't know what to do.
Tell me what you're doing.
I'm
You got to make the decision.
thinking.
Okay, as you're thinking, as Wes is thinking, the ship is pulling further into the deep.
I mean,
As you feel another rumble, and this time you hear something. First time you've heard anything outside of your suit that wasn't part of the radio. You actually hear a low rumble. as you see the massive, impossibly large thing swimming at the edge of your vision. You see the light catch something shiny. It's an eye.
Fuck
Wes!
off.
Wes, help me! Wes!
It's an eye that literally the battleship Bismarck could fit in.
Oh, God.
Jesus Christ.
Is it like one
so
eye?
Just one.
Oh,
on
God.
one
Yeah,
side.
the other one's probably on the other side, I imagine. So there's no way to untangle it. Jesus Christ.
At this point, you're going over the trench, as you think.
The ship's gonna come. The submarine's gonna come down with us.
No, hold on.
No, I'm giving you time. I'm giving you time.
I need to ask a technical question. I need to ask a technical question real quick.
Okay.
Could I unattach and then reattach my hose to Walt's? Can the hoses be unattached and fucking reattached?
Sure.
Okay. Well, I need you to hold your breath. Just take a deep breath and hold it, and then I'm gonna attach you. We're gonna go as far as you can, and then I'll attach mine to yours.
Okay.
And I'll hold my breath. So I'm gonna go up and unattach his hose.
Countdown.
Right, you begin to unscrew it. The tension of the tension of it pulling.
I'll tell him just when it's about to unlatch, so he can hold his breath.
The tension of it pulling on the thread of the thing, and you spin it around a few times. This time, now the ship almost entirely floating down into the trench, and you pop it off just in time. Bubbles kind of escaping, just a couple before the safety measure closes the hose off, protecting the rest of the air supply. As you see the battleship sink, and you just see the remnants of it begin to fall down into the trench.
Okay, I'm gonna start pulling him towards the ship.
Okay.
I'm swimming too.
Give me a signal when you need me to start attaching my hose to yours.
Okay.
And we'll just try swapping it like that.
Walt then starts to hit Wes's arm. I gave myself a countdown there.
Okay.
As you swim along, how about right now as you swim forward, Wes, or I'm sorry, Walt, make a steal roll.
Oh God, again.
Oh God, Walt.
And I would use Unity.
Oh, Unity. Okay.
Unity.
Oh, can I challenge my statement?
Yeah.
Because it says those.
You think you should?
Those I work with will be kept at arm's length, which I guess is very literal in this situation. But Walt is very much depending his life on Wes right now. Where's my D8s?
Go ahead and challenge it. Triple your dice.
Triple my dice.
Nice.
Okay. I rolled a 1.
Okay.
But I also got 16.
Okay.
And alright, I'm just gonna add my challenges in there.
Add your challenge and think a little bit on how you're going to rephrase it.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, with a total of 12.
Oh, nice.
Wes, you're concentrated on swimming, trusting in Walt to and you're about halfway there before you realize that you haven't gotten the signal yet, and you look down seeing that you've been dragging him along and he passed out.
Fuck. Alright, I'm swapping the hoses.
I rolled a 23.
What?
Oh my God.
With the difficulty and a conspiracy die and everything.
Jesus Christ. Alright, yeah. I'm swapping the hoses.
You begin to swap out the hoses, placing yours in, holding your breath now, and continue along. You know that he's getting air now, but you get to the ship. I imagine swap off the hose again to send him into the decompression. How are you going to do the decompression chamber?
I'm going to try and shove him in.
Yeah, just
I don't
shove me
know
in.
how exactly this works, but if I can, I'm just going to shove him the fuck in there.
Okay.
And hope
You do
for
manage
the
to do that,
best.
but remember, it takes like 10 minutes.
Oh, fuck. Fuck. Can we both fit in there?
Shove us in there together.
You could probably make it work, I'll say.
Okay, yeah, because I'll like, just, stick us both in there.
Yeah, it's like there's no room to do anything to in there.
Yeah.
You get in there, and some of the safety measures of the decompression chamber begin to activate as it begins to decompress, and it kind of like automatically reattaches one of your hoses that isn't attached.
Fuck.
With like a replacement one, abandoning the other one to be sucked back into the ship.
Yeah.
The time passes for the decompression. You just kind of like squeezed in there together. And
Have
you
a
just kind of
silent heart
seeing
attack.
this unconscious body.
Boy, I hope he ain't dead.
Yeah, he could be. You don't know.
I'm trying really hard not to think about that.
I can't believe you've got a 23.
Yeah. It was
That's disgusting.
Just disgusting.
Because the roll was a D12 for the difficulty,
Lord.
and a D6 for a complication. No, a D8 for a complication, a D6 for the conspiracy pool, and then another D10.
That's
and I rolled a
disgusting.
12 on the 12.
Redonkulous.
Yeah.
And the
yeah.
conspiracy pool die I get to add to the roll.
God damn.
Yeah. The decompression eventually ends, all the water out, and it pops open up top, and you see Stefan. What happened out there? I lost contact with
Yeah, his hose got caught. I had to unattach it. I guess, are we in the ship now?
you. Yeah, you kind of like squeeze your way out and lift him up.
Alright, I'm trying to like fucking take the helmet off, the suit, like... Just get
Yeah,
him-
you do.
Yeah, is he breathing?
Am I breathing?
At this, right now, he is not.
CPR! CPR! CPR!
Alright, I'll give him CPR.
Yeah, make a medicine roll.
Okay. A D6 in that. Compassion? Yeah, okay. That's a D10. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. Oh, okay. Alright. That's, an 8 and a 5. So, what's that in numbers?
13.
Thank you. That's a 13. Can I add anything to that? A hard
Hard
die?
luck in a good way! Hard luck in a good way!
Could I do
Please.
that?
Please.
I didn't think about that. I was so panicked. Could I add hard luck in a good way?
Hard luck in a good way right now. Probably not right now.
Okay.
You probably could have while the ship was sinking, but
Fuck. Didn't think of that.
Can I, like, enforce my will and, like, do something to help?
so you rolled one of your previous rolls. You got a 1. Walt.
Yes, I did.
Walt, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Which
okay,
means
cool.
I gain a
So I
plot
have
point.
that in mind. You also gain a complication,
Yes.
which I'll inform
The
you
complication is
in a
death.
Can the complication be you now definitely have a serious phobia of the ocean and
Death,
you can
but
never
it's
go
only
in
a
the sea?
But it's only a D6. Does that mean if you roll a 1, I could use a thing to get rid of his and bring him back to life?
All right. So what do you? What was your total, Wes?
13,
13.
I think. Yeah.
13. You're at it for a bit. A few minutes pass. A few minutes feel forever
Yeah.
as you apply this CPR, and eventually Walt. Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck.
There's some nice noises there for you lot.
Walt,
Am I alive?
you are alive as you you bring yourself back, and
Can I make a quip?
yeah, go ahead.
Usually dinner comes first.
Okay.
A classic.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
thank
that
you.
is a classic.
Thank you. I know, I had to.
Wes laughs and cries. Holy fuck. Oh, God. What's the point of fucking walkie-talkies? They didn't help at all.
Also, at this point, I'm soon enough going to be able to step up my die rating in Unity. I only need to do one more challenge.
Ah.
Oh, and I think I also have a new tagline. I can trust in my partner in tough times.
Okay.
I
can't wait to
yeah,
challenge
I can't
that.
wait to challenge that, Elliot.
Go ahead and take a complication.
Yes, complication.
D8.
D8. Oh boy.
D8 short-term memory problems.
Oh.
Oxygen deprivation. My dude.
Short-term memory
Shit.
problems. So is this of just what's occurred? Like, I don't remember the last, hour? Or is this going to be popping up?
It'll just pop up as we go.
Okay.
Ooh.
I can't spell memory, so I'm sorry.
It's up to you. If you want to not remember certain parts of this mission, then, that's a character thing that you could totally roll with.
Oh, definitely. D8.
But you stand there with the device kind of sitting there, the water from the sea just kind of pooling up under it, and it still kind of blinks a few times.
I, just hand it to the doctor. I hope this was fucking worth it. Who else said Walt?
Is it sprawl? He
No
says as
clue.
he begins to look at it and carefully look around it. And he analyzes the chords and stuff, and he nods to you, Wes. You didn't damage it.
That's
Good job.
That's good.
Wait.
It was on a ship from 5-ish years ago. No, more than that. It was It was on a ship way longer than we've been in contact with aliens.
Wait, we found something on the ship?
Oh boy. Yeah, we did.
Laugh track.
No one on the ship is actually laughing.
But see, the laugh track tells you that was a joke.
Yeah, that was a joke, kids.
But it wasn't supposed to be a funny joke.
But he begins to look at it, and he gets out like some tools and begins to like unscrew some things and take it and like pop off the front part of it. Mm-hmm. And he's just kind of looking at it, and he's casually he's just kind of like doing this. David, at this point, he turns around, he's looking at you guys, still in his stiff, stoic pose. Mm-hmm. Did you see that?
See what?
Do you mean the big fuck off thing out there?
What? What did we see?
The eye.
Yeah,
What?
I saw the eye.
Oh my god.
There's a big fish out there. Or something out there.
Oh,
And Stefan, it's bigger than anything we've ever seen.
you know what? I
Yeah.
think I'm kind of glad I've forgotten the eldritch horror I've seen.
The size of that thing, you could fit the largest sea mammal in. Well, you could fit it into its eye.
Yeah.
Oh, that doesn't...
Think that was the source of your signal? Maybe?
I would be surprised if it wasn't. The question is, what is it, and what is it doing here?
Maybe it was attracted to that thing. Gesture towards the tech
Oh my
thing.
god, if it's attracted to that
And
thing...
as you say that, he pops off a panel of the piece of tech, and you hear a beep, 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 beep from one of the monitoring devices he's using.
Oh no. If it's attracted to
And
that thing...
Just a bomb.
Fuck!
The end. No, but you hear like a beeping from one of his devices, and he says, you may not be too far off. It seems to be giving off some kind of signal.
Wait. If it's attracted to that thing, and we just brought it onto this ship, this is not good.
Well, we don't know that. I mean, as far as we know, it hasn't attacked the other ship. Maybe it just likes to be near it. Maybe they tried to weaponize it.
I mean, even if it just likes to be near it, we still have to reach the surface, don't we? Like, how are we going to explain this on the coast of Oslo or the coast of France?
That's not my job.
Is it mine? Wes, is it of our jobs?
I think so. Maybe we can figure out how to turn it off.
Doctor?
And as you do, Stefan stops working for a moment as he looks out the porthole. And you guys look out too, and you can see in the distance, again, the light from the submarine just kind of catching it. You just see the shape of this thing moving along.
Away?
No,
Is it like circling us?
not toward you, but kind of just
Around?
side to side. Yeah. And it moves extraordinarily slowly.
Oh, okay.
I imagine.
Is it a squid? Did you
But
get
as you
good
look
enough
at it,
of this?
Stefan shakes his head. This can't be native to this planet.
No
I
shit.
mean, it's the ocean.
Well, yeah, but I mean, that thing's massive.
Maybe it's like left
Not only
over
that, but how is it
from the dinosaur.
How is it hearing whatever this is giving off?
Okay, yeah, I'm at a loss. I'm also way too
isn't-
exhausted.
This isn't a signal that any kind of biological entity should be picking up. At least not one of our planet. Not one that we've ever observed, I should say.
Maybe it's a dog whistle, and out there is the dog.
Well, there are still questions to be answered, to be sure, but it appears not to be hostile for this moment.
Yeah, right now.
Can
Which
I
is
get
nice.
some tea? I like a
Is there
nap.
tea with the snacks that were here? I'd like
David.
to get.
Provide.
He's the ship captain or whatever. I'll get you some tea.
Okay, I'm just gonna curl in a ball on the floor here and like hang.
I think that's reasonable.
As you begin to cook the tea and
Cook the tea.
yeah, you cook the water. You just cook it.
Put it in the oven.
I didn't say you bake it. Cook it.
You sauteed the
Please,
tea.
baking
Yeah.
baking tea. What do you think I am, an idiot? Pour some water in a pan, throw a tea bag in there, just saute it up.
Yep. Anybody got some soy sauce? You get the weirdest tea in the world.
But as you guys are waiting for the tea to boil, you feel another slight rumble, and you hear again, well, the grumbling from outside, presumably from this very exceptionally large creature.
Do you think it's like maybe
okay.
mad at us?
Might just be
And as
making
you
noises.
think that, you see that it is beginning to like come a little closer. Not like straight on toward you, but it kind of like from side to side each time it moves, it comes closer.
maybe it's getting curious? Doctor, David,
Maybe we should leave.
maybe, yeah, evasive
And-
maneuvers?
As it gets closer, though, it kind of takes up the whole portcullis. Not portcullis, that's a different thing. The whole porthole. And looking out, you can see nothing else but it, and it's still very far away. But as you do, the light kind of pierces through the black, and David even, like, he maneuvers the ship so that the light is shining on it.
Do we get to see what
you see
color
very-
it is?
And you see very large, along its side, you see very large gashes in it.
Oh,
It's
is
hurt.
this... No, wait.
But like scars, like scarred over.
Okay, you say "aw," but what if this isn't the biggest thing in the ocean?
Well, if it's scarred over, it's old, right?
Yep.
Following the idea that maybe they were trying to control it, maybe they made it fight?
Oh, maybe. But if that thing is... Oh, what if it wasn't put there by Germans?
Who put it there?
Stefan is shaking his head. This is very strange.
Hmm.
As he's pulling apart the mechanism, and he points to a few components. This right here, along with this, these are still used. This is
What?
gray technology.
What?
Okay.
What's Grey Tech doing on a German battleship that was obviously sunk well before it came onto our door?
How does it seem old? Like, did it maybe just end up here accidentally a long time ago?
Is there like a serial code number? Or
A date?
date? Is there an alien date on it? You know, like, oh, you must do maintenance on this thing by this date.
I don't know.
Great tech, huh?
Okay. I mean, I have a friend who might know some answers, but he's obviously... I mean, he's in the flotilla.
I don't know what gray tech is doing out here, but whatever it is, I'm sure that there was a reason for it to be installed on that ship.
Maybe it was used as, like, a tracking beam. Like, you know, you put a red dot on a target.
David, at this point, he mentions from his spot, or maybe the Greys have been here for longer than they say.
Well, now I don't trust the Greys.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
David, we work for an organization that is, like, you know, two halves of a whole, the Grey and us, and, like, I don't want to lose my job for implying something.
It's possible, Grey went rogue or something.
Yeah, Grey went rogue. Maybe scouts crashed here.
Yeah.
And Stefan makes a few other adjustments, and you see the light go off on the thing. There, I've disabled it for now.
Oh,
And at this point, you see the creature in the distance. It stops coming closer. You see the edges of it. It has like streaks of like red and kind of like orangish coloring
Ooh.
all across it. The scar kind of like a grayed over trench. And when I say trench, I mean like
Big.
like the scar is a massive trench
Yeah,
in
yeah.
its skin, as it then slowly begins to move away from you guys and farther, eventually out of the light, back into the black depths.
Okay, well,
Okay. Well,
it's
bye.
fucked off, so we can go now, right? Please, I don't want to stay under here for so long.
It disappears from your vision far before it should, given its size. Just kind of gets enveloped by the blackness, and you see the flock, the school. You see the school of
Did you say flock? Oh.
the school of fish, the multicolored fish, follow after the creature.
Huh, interesting.
I've had enough of
I
fish
guess they
for
like
today.
each other.
David, can we...
Laugh track.
David, can we go home now, please and thank you. Also, Wes, where's my tea?
I assume I already gave it to you.
Sweet.
It's in your hands. You just forgot.
We need to get
No
you
wonder
to a
my hands are
doctor.
burning.
Why are my hands so... Oh, thank you, Wes.
Why does this hurt so bad? And where's my tea?
Oh. We need to get you to a doctor.
That would be
As you
nice.
stay on
yes,
this-
and thank you.
This ship, it begins to go back up. Eventually, you get back through the aphoric zone of the ocean into the twilight zone of the ocean.
Twilight Zone.
Yeah, you see just like a
Expected
clock
this
floating. Rod Sterling comes through your radio. But back up to the depths where the sun is just penetrating through entirely. and begin the journey back to Oslo.
God
Well, the next couple of days, or not the next couple of days, I'm sorry, the next the next day or so goes by fairly standard. You head back to Oslo, get driven back to the pod by David Lassen. On the pod, heading back up to the flotilla to send your report to Ken Gunderson.
My report is, I'm terrified of the ocean now. Thanks.
It's a very passive-aggressive report.
Also, I got no pictures. Thanks.
But the next day or two go by, and this time Ken doesn't have a mission lined up for you right away. But he says that you're on hand for something soon. He's just waiting to hear word for it.
Okay.
Sweet.
And we end that storyline there, having
Okay.
seen a mysterious alien entity of impossible size somehow living at the depths of the ocean. Hey everybody, and thanks so much for listening to this episode of Deep Fried Dice. Don't forget to subscribe to be notified when we upload something new, and don't forget to follow us on Twitter and join our Discord. And I wanted to take a moment just to point out that if you heard over quite a few episodes this clicking sound that's coming from my track, it's actually my guinea pig drinking water. I've fixed the problem. It should only be in it for a few more episodes, but bear with it. I tried to edit it out as best I could, but it's been in there for a bit, and I figured I'd just say something about it. But hey, thanks so much for listening in spite of little things like that, and have a great night.